Grandson, have you enslaved a star system today?
I have been trying, grandfather. It's very hard.
You cannot have any dessert until you enslave a star system.
But grandpa,
We've gone over this.
it's so difficult. She's a woman. I've told you.
I'm gonna call your father. Oh, that's right. I can't call your father. Let me call your mother. She's not answering. Stupid bitch. I know she has her force on.
Should leave a message.
I'm not in right now. Please leave your name and your location, and I will telepathically communicate with you later. Okay.
Yeah. Star Wars nerds.
Guess what we saw? What everyone else saw.
That's right.
Star Trek.
Medea's Christmas.
We saw Ferdinand. One critic that I watched Ferdinand. One.
Jeez.
Said it was fucking terrible.
They must be a really terrible person to watch Ferdinand instead of Star Wars. Everybody in the world was here.
Imagine going up to the ticket counter on a show like this. I want one for Ferdinand, please. They'd be like, they would probably print you off the Star Wars ticket. You'd have to be like, no, look, no, I really want to see Ferdinand.
Look, I said Ferdinand. You gave me a ticket for Star Wars. Not really into space movies. I'd rather see animated cows.
I want to see John Cena be even more annoying. John Cena works in... You ever seen the Fred movies?
Yeah.
He's fucking great in those. And the movie Trainwreck, which I actually thought was okay. He's fine in that,
He's
but in
just
an entire...
a small part in that.
I even kind of like the Marine. The first Marine movie. This part 2 is terrible. I never watched any more of them, but...
Yeah, well, I don't think it was John Cena in part 2.
No, it was Ted DiBiase Jr.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we saw Star Wars The Last Jedi. And
yeah.
We can't say much because a lot happened in this movie, and I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. There's already been some spoilers out there, and...
Yeah, I avoided spoilers the whole entire 2 days since Thursday to today.
I got one spoiler. I won't say what it was, but it may not be true. This movie there's a lot of, I think the word I want to use is subterfuge. There's a lot of open things, like you see one thing but it could be another. There's several people that die in this movie that you don't really, you see them fall to their deaths or go to the deaths, but you don't see them die.
Yeah. You don't know. We'll have to wait for the next movie to see, or maybe the movie after that.
Yeah,
I don't know how long they want to stretch it out.
I really liked it.
I did too.
We saw it twice in a row. We saw it at 9:30 and then went in for the 12:50 show directly afterwards. It was great.
We sat in the same spot the whole entire time. It's been like 7 hours we've been in the movie theater.
Literally been about 7 hours we've been here.
We sat in the same seats. The guys swept around us and we just like stayed. We went out to get refills. There was 150 people waiting in line.
We just walked right past them.
We went and got refills and came back, gave her a ticket. She's like, well, that ain't open yet. It's like, all right, it's all right. We left somebody in there.
She was like, I'm just not dealing with you guys today. Just wait, on. That's what comes from being loyal customers and always being friendly with the staff here, because nobody said a fucking word to us. We just walked right on by.
Yeah, that was fun.
I liked it the first time, but I got it the second time around when you knew what was going to happen. It's one of those movies that it really is better second time around.
Yeah. It lost a little bit of its comedic edge the second time around, but it gained a lot of other things. I didn't actually care much for the almost slapstick comedy in this sometimes. Like a couple jokes. Yeah, a couple jokes worked, but they're trying to steal that Marvel formula.
Yeah.
And that's not Star Wars.
Everybody's
Star Wars
doing that
isn't like that. So that was kind of weird, but it worked a couple times.
Yeah, there were some genuinely funny moments in this. There was moments where everybody fucking laughed. Luke Skywalker, for the first act of the film, is a dick. Yeah. I think it sucks about staying in a theater for so long. My hair is a complete mess right now from leaning back on it. I had to put it back up. But yeah, Luke Skywalker is an absolute prick for the first, like, 45 minutes of the movie.
Really is.
When he first shows up, it's a continuation of the scene at the end of Force Awakens, and I won't say what he does. Both times, the crowd just laughed.
Laughed. That was hilarious, though. It's like,
so good.
So much build up just for that.
Now, I will say straight up, I like The Force Awakens better than this. I actually liked Rogue One a little better than this too.
Yeah.
It's not the. I think it's a really fucking good movie, and I think it might be one of those situations when the third one comes out, this one will be better because it builds, it puts us towards those stories that are going to be finished in the third one.
That's my problem with this movie is the first one. It was such anticipation to see it. This is all new Star Wars. What's going to happen? It built up so many questions that we've been waiting for 2 years for this movie to answer these questions. It didn't answer a fucking single question.
Well, it did, but it gave you misdirected you.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that some of those answers are legit answers. Like, I won't know until I see the next movie now.
2 years from now. But yeah, isn't that kind of exciting though? I mean, this is like, how our parents must have felt in the late 70s and early 80s.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I'm still wondering. I'm still excited to see the next one.
Mm-hmm. No bad performances in this. There is no moment in this movie where it's actually bad.
No, everybody did pretty well.
There's some bland moments. There's some downtime in this movie. I blame that on the direction. And the director directed Looper. And we both love Looper.
Yeah, Looper's awesome.
There were some pacing issues with this movie. There were.
And it should have ended 3 different times, and it's kept going.
I did kind of like the scene at the end because we're going to be introduced to a whole new group of people. And I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah.
I won't give that away what it is.
Yeah, that'll be cool. But yeah, they could have did that a long time ago. I don't know. It was fine.
Yep.
Like it was a middle movie, just like the rest of the Star Wars middle movies.
Well, I don't know. Empire, I think, is the best of all the 9 movies that have come out now. I think Empire is the best.
Yeah, Empire was pretty good, but it was basically the same. It didn't really resolve anything. It was just, exciting and fun to see.
But it could be, like, a lot of people try to bitch that Rogue One had no character development. They're like, oh, well, you have to look at it as a standalone film. No, because this is, a person on a message board said it best. They said, we were all talking, everybody's arguing. They're like, look, you have to understand, this is the cog in a much larger machine. This is one part of the machine that keeps it going.
Yeah.
So you can't look at this as its own autonomy, when it's its own thing, when it's part of another huge thing. And so I have a feeling we'll like this. I like the movie quite a bit, but I think we'll like it more when the third one comes out.
Probably so. I'll have to watch it the night before we go see that one, like I did The Force Awakens last night.
I watched Force Awakens, what was that, Tuesday or Wednesday I watched it.
Yeah. There were some things that I was excited to see about in this.
I have to say some of the performances, I mean, like, the 2 big ones for me, that they were just, I loved them in the first one, but, Kylo Ren and Rey.
Yeah.
They were fine in the first one, but in this one, holy shit, both of them are amazing.
Awesome.
They have tremendous on-screen chemistry with one another.
And Rey is so hot.
Oh, she is beautiful, and I love how they don't...
She came out of the water, her hair was all wet and stuff. Oh.
But what I like about this is that they did the same thing they did with Wonder Woman. They didn't over-sexualize. She's beautiful because she's beautiful and because she's a badass. They didn't have to over-sexualize Rey.
Yeah, that was cool.
And they didn't hide the fact, like, her outfit shows she's got some fucking muscles on her. She's got some shoulders on her.
She's a beast.
And some things like to shy away from showing women with muscles, and I like that this didn't. It was like, no, Rey's a badass. She'll choke you to death.
Fucking, she knows the Force. She can give you a Force jail.
But aside from that, her acting, I mean, because, like, I really liked her in Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
The direction is what failed that movie at the end. This is her and Adam Driver both. This is the best acting I've ever seen either one of them do.
Oh yeah.
Adam Driver is he was my favorite part of the movie. Kylo Ren, for me, was the best part of the film.
He was a little bit whiny and annoying in the first one. He was excellent in this one.
This one, he was angry.
So much better. Yeah. You can tell he's developing into the character that he wants to be.
And what I like is that we don't get a death. I mean, there's a chance. I mean, there is something in him. He is struggling.
He's still conflicted.
Yeah.
He was conflicted in the first one. He's even more conflicted in this one. There's no definite decision yet on what he's gonna do.
And there's one moment. I'll go ahead. This isn't really much of a spoiler because it's in the first 15 minutes of the movie. He has a chance to take out the ship that his mom is in, that Carrie Fisher's in. Well, no, it's not the first 15 minutes. It's later into the movie, but he goes to, and then he just can't.
Yeah.
And I won't give away anything else other than that. I won't give away the circumstances around it because I think
that scene actually was a powerful scene because it really showed his struggle. Like he killed his dad, but when it comes to his mom, he's like, look at this bitch, I just can't do it.
This movie is, and I wanted to bring this up in my Force Awakens review, but I got too wrapped up in singing Petula Clark's "My Love" as Darth Vader. The one thing that Star Wars does better than anybody, and now Star Wars, I love Lord of the Rings, love Harry Potter, but as far as film series are concerned, Star Wars is my favorite by a long shot. And the reason why is because they get characters. They understand character development.
Yeah.
If there's an unnecessary character, they're not focused on.
Yeah.
Every character that we hear their name, you understand their personality, they're presented to us. Every character has a character to them.
Yeah.
Laura Dern's in this movie. She plays a vice admiral. And within seconds, you completely understand her character. That's one thing about Star Wars is just they do characters better than anybody.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I love characters. The only one that's getting on my nerves a little bit is Finn.
They didn't do enough with him in this one.
Yeah, and I know they're going to develop him more, but he's just. This one was like a direct continuation of The Force Awakens.
Yeah, it's like a couple weeks later.
Yeah, like no time has passed, so they haven't had much chance to mature or anything. And you can tell that Finn is still struggling with, just now not being brainwashed anymore or whatever the hell they do to him to make them stormtroopers. So it was a little annoying because it's just always the same scene. Like, no, girl, come here, girl. I'll save you, girl. Like, come on, stop it.
Honestly, and in a 2 hour and 30-something minute movie, he could have used more screen time for development. I mean, he really didn't. The focus there should have been more focus on Finn. That way, we could have expanded his story.
Yeah.
But maybe they're saving that for the third one.
He seemed like he was gonna be a pretty major part of the series in the first one. This one didn't really do much with him.
No, and I'm hoping that in the third one that's like a thing. Like they focus on him a lot because we got focus on Kylo Ren a lot in this movie.
Yeah,
we learned a lot about Kylo Ren. I won't give that away, but it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
and like you almost understand why he turned bad.
Yeah.
And it
made you feel for him a little bit.
They humanized. They did the same thing with Darth Vader. When we finally learn about Darth Vader, he's humanized.
Yeah, that's cool. It works.
There's one moment. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but I teared up both times we watched it. There's a scene where finally, for the first time in 30 some odd years, Luke and Leia are on screen at the same time together, and just knowing that this is the first and last time that will ever happen, I did. I actually teared up. I had to hold back the tears because it's the last time. We'll never see Princess Leia again.
I know, that sucks.
And at the end,
was awesome.
The end, there's a big thing in loving memory of Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, and I don't know. Did she have all that stuff shot before she died, or is she like a robot CGI character, or what?
I honestly, I guess because they don't want anything spoiled, I don't know if she shot any footage for the. If it had been Lucas directing, absolutely there would have been footage shot, and he could have used that. But I don't know if they filmed anything yet for Episode 9. They could have, but I don't know.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with Princess Leia. There's going to be no right way to do it.
No.
So they just have to do it creatively. Even if it's disrespectful, as long as it's creative, there's really, I mean, I think they should start the next movie with her funeral and then tell us what happened. I think that's the most respectful way to do it.
That would probably be the best thing, yeah.
And have William Shatner come on, all the souls I've ever come to know in my travels.
Or have her finally fall down that pit with that fucking big sandworm. The
Sarlacc pit?
Yeah. Just see her old wrinkly body in her bikini, just finally falling in there. Just be every fanboy's dream. Yeah, we all fantasize about Leia.
Everybody our age, your first crush was Princess Leia. Mm-hmm. Princess Leia and Susanna Hoff from the Bangles. They walk like an Egyptian chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're our age, her and well, for me it was all Cyndi Lauper. In the 80s, I was
Sally Fields.
I like Sally. I think she's especially
in the Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, especially in Smokey and the Bandit. But like for me, it was my 80s crush. And I tell you what, I don't care how old she is. I would still be. I'd have to tell my wife, you have to understand Cyndi Lauper. There's something about her I just love.
I thought you were gonna say Molly Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald's hot, but I've actually told my wife that there's one person on earth that I told my wife I would just absolutely leave you for, and that's Alison Krauss. Like I would leave you for Alison Krauss. And I know that might surprise some people, but even though I'm not a big country music fan, I love Alison Krauss. I love the sound of her voice. It's just like hearing an angel sing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
There's really not much else we can say because I don't want to fucking spoil this movie. This would be one we definitely do a...
Tune in next time for our drunk review of Star Wars, whatever the hell this was called.
Episode 8.
The Last Jedi. It's on the cup. See?
The Last Jedi. So,
but it's totally not.
Each screening had one person that felt the need to express themselves audibly. The one in the second, that got on my fucking nerves. He said something real, but he just observed what he saw and said it, and people were like, shut up! People were like, shh! Dude, what the fuck, man? Like, oh, look what she just did! It's like, we saw it! We're in the theater!
Yeah, the second time was the most annoying to me. When it's like a silent moment. Mm-hmm. You got some loud-ass motherfucker that's just gotta say something.
Oh, look at that! Like,
oh no, she done did it. Oh, come on, shut up.
The first screening, I thought that we were about to get like a firebomb thrown in there or something because this dude walked in, he's like all huddled up, and he sits down for like a second, gets back up and leaves, comes back, sits down for like 5 minutes, and then leaves for a while. I'm like, did he just leave a bomb under his chair?
Yeah.
You never know nowadays. And then he came back with this huge thing of popcorn and pop, and I'm like, you should have done that earlier. You just missed the first 15 minutes.
The people that come in 3 minutes after the movie's already started, then they're standing there looking stupid in the dark because they can't find a place to sit. And then there was one in the second movie.
Yeah, they stood there for a while. The fucking
guy stood there for like 10 minutes. And then he finally started walking. He fucking dropped his drink, spilled his fucking drink right in front of the steps.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Like he went to take off and it like hit the handrail.
I didn't see
it fell out of his hand and spilled everywhere. You gotta turn around, run back out of the theater, get a refill.
I didn't catch that. That's hilarious.
Like, dude. Go sit down already. You spilled pop on me and we're gonna have a problem. Fuck. I'm trying to watch the movie, but I'm trying to watch the weirdos that are standing 5 feet away from me at the same time. Like
using their cell phones for flashlights. Like,
yeah. Come in before the lights go out and you'll be able to find a seat. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, other than that, the movie was really good. I highly recommend it. I guess not quite as good as the last two Star Wars films, but pretty good.
If you want to kill a whole entire day, go see it twice in a row.
Mm-hmm. Our buddy Matt that did the Dark Tower.
It's almost dark out. We got here at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, it's like 7 at night now.
Yeah.
But our buddy Matt messaged me. I haven't read it yet because I didn't want to open up the message and have to respond just yet. But he took his nephew or something to see it too at this theater. But he went to a different show, and he said he liked it too. So.
Yeah. Heck yeah. It was fun.
Mm-hmm. I had a lot of fun.
Definitely fun. If you like Star Wars, you'll like it.
And if you hate trailers, we got 2 trailers. That was it. 2. One, of course, Avengers: Infinity War, which looks amazing.
Yeah.
And another movie I didn't even know was going to happen. Spider-Man. It's an animated Spider-Man film made by Marvel and Sony with Miles Morales. Spider-Man as the main character. I was really happy about that.
That looked awesome.
I read his comic. I've had every issue of the new Miles Morales Spider-Man. I really like that series.
Yeah, that looked awesome. Mm-hmm. That's the black Spider-Man, in case you don't know.
Yeah, the young kid.
Yeah.
But it says it's in the Spider-Verse, so now we're going to get introduced to Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. We're going to probably get introduced to Silk, who I love Silk. She's one of my favorite characters in Marvel.
You're going to have Carnage, and you're going to have Venom, and you're going to have all those spider characters.
The one that, like, that one girl that's supposedly like his sister, but she's really not.
Yeah.
There's a Peter Parker from an alternate universe.
You'll have that one girl who played Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Gwen?
Yeah, Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen, she'll probably show up, and I'm really said it's December, so this time next year that's going to be out. I can't wait. I'm going to be there for that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Me too. It'll be awesome.
But, well, next week, I don't know what we're doing yet. There's 3 movies. There's The Darkest Hours, there's Jumanji, and then there's Downsizing, so we'll just have to see what works. But we'll be back with one of those. Most likely Jumanji, but we'll have to see. I mean,
Jumanji sounds awesome.
Oh, no, it doesn't, but I think it'll be... It's going to be one of those movies I think it'll be dumb but fun.
We're going to just have to get prepared for that one ahead of time.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get liquored up for that one.
Yep.
Because I just recently saw Central Intelligence. It's one of the fucking stupidest movies I've ever seen. Were there parts I laughed at? Yes. There were parts with The Rock that I laughed at. And, of course, the dude that plays Jesse Pinkman on Breaking Bad ended up being the villain in the end. I actually said to my wife, I was like, that guy's going to end. He's not actually dead. He's going to be the bad guy. She's like, how do you know? I was like, just pay attention to the movie. And when it happened, she looked at me like, I can't believe that. Yeah.
You just called it. You know what's what.
But, man, I did not like Central Intelligence. So, I don't know, maybe since there's 2 extra people there that I like, Jack Black and Kristen Gillibrand, maybe...
Yeah, that'll take away from Kevin Hart.
The one problem I had with Central Intelligence is the director didn't have the balls to tell Rock to pull it back a little bit sometimes. The Rock was a little over
Rocky.
Yeah. I mean, like in the Fast and the Furious films, the directors know, pull him back just a little bit, just pull it back a little bit, and this director just let Rock do whatever he wanted, so I didn't like Central Intelligence.
Well, there you have it. Don't go see Central Intelligence.
I got it for $1.99 on the Black Friday thing, so
yeah, it's hard to beat that.
I mean, it was worth $2 to kill an hour and a half.
And now you know.
And knowing is...
that's like...
I don't know, this is Trump's America. Knowing is about 1/8 of the battle now.
It's knowing is part of the battle. Just change it.
G.I. Jose.
The real Mexican gringo.
Was that Family Guy that did that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was either Family Guy or it might have been Cleveland Show. It was one of those that did the G.I. Jose. I can't remember. We're probably both. It's probably The Simpsons or King of the Hill or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it's something to do with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. I got something else back here before we close out the video that I wanted to show you. Where's my toy? Got another toy.
Damn it! Got me again.
Well, we all know I have the power to resurrect the dead, so we'll be back next week, and Jesus Christ, it stinks with the burning fat. Jesus. Alright, we'll be back next week.